Welcome back programmers. In the today's section we are going to talk about TensorFlow part 4. So in this section we are going to focus on vector and matrix operations and we are going to do some simple mathematics operations. Okay, so let's begin. So the first one is vector and matrix operations. So what is this? Machine learning applications store a great deal of data in vectors, one-dimensional tensor, and matrix two-dimensional tensor. To process this data, TensorFlow provides many functions that operate on vectors and matrix. So these functions are gonna help us. So first one is tensor dot, which take three parameter. The first one is a, second one is the second parameter is b, and the third parameter is axis. So what is axis? You know. So description: return the sum of products for the elements in the given of axis. So let's implement this. Let's say we have a equal to 1, 2, 3, and let's say we have b equal to 3, 2, 1. Okay, so it's simply gonna do is it is gonna return the 1 into 3 plus 2 into 2. First element is 1, and second list first element is 3. Okay, first list second element, second list second element 2 and 2, and finally plus first list third element 3 plus second list third element is 1. Okay, so equal to, let's say the answer is, sorry, there is a multiplication sign in here. Okay, so the answer is 10. Now let's use the tensor dot function. So let's say c equal to tf dot tensor dot last one tensor dot, and let's pass a and b. But when we hit on the enter, you can see we got a error. So we missed the the last argument, which is axis. So let's say axis equal to 1, and let's print this c. You can see we got 10. But what if we change the axis? Let's change 1 into 2. Okay, we got error. Axis must not be larger than the number of dimension of tensor. Okay, you got the error. Axis must be less than the dimension. Okay, so if we have a array like this, let's say np dot random dot randint, let's say lower is 0 and upper is 10, and we want 10 element. No, we want a two-dimensional array like this, 2 and 2. Let's create a three-dimensional array, 3, 3, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and paste in here. Okay, now when we click on hit enter, you can see we got this equation in here because we use x axis equal to 2. Now let's first print the only single axis, so you can see the output. You can see the output is like this. Let's print the a and b. You can see this is a and b, and this is the c. So that's how you can find out this equation. Okay, so if I change the value in x is 3, you can see we got output like this. Okay, now that we know about tensor dot, now let's move on the second function. So the second function is cross, but there is a problem with cross. So the problem is when we write tf dot cross and pass the a and b, you can see we got error. So the error is module TensorFlow has no attribute cross, and for that we have to use tf dot linalg dot, we are gonna use cross. Now what cross function do? It takes a two parameter and it returns the element y's cross product. Okay, let's try. Let's pass a and b, and let's store this all stuff in C. Let's simply print the C. Okay, A is not defined. I have to run this code again. Okay, now let's try again. Okay, you can see we got this type of lists, but in here you can see there is a list is 784 467 435, but there is a different list we see in here. So let's create A and B a single list so you can understand better. A equal to 1 2 3 and B equal to 3 2 1. Now let's run this code. You can see we got -4 8 and -4. Now what is this? It returns the element y's cross. Now what it means? It means it computes the pair wise cross product. A and B must be the same shape. They can either be simple 3 element vector or any shape where the innermost dimension is 3. Okay, so basically it takes a 2 parameter and compute the pair wise cross product. Let's change the value in here so you can see. You can see we still got -4, and in here we got 6, and in here we got 0. Let's add only one value. You can see we got error. So the error is cross product are only defined for 3 element of vector. Okay, so this is the error. So if we add again 2 value, so it is gonna give us a error. We have to add 3 value, 3 vector value. Okay, you can see we got 0 0 0 because 3 cross 3 is 0. But if I change into 4, you can see we got -1 and -2, sorry 2. Now there is another same function cross. The function is tf.spares.cross. Okay, in here you can add 2 values. You can go on the official TensorFlow site and check it out, but we are gonna focus on main function only. Okay, the third one function is diag, which is the diagonal, which take only one parameter diagonal. Return a matrix with the given diagonal values, other values set to 0. Now if you know what is diagonal, so you know what this function do. Let's say A equal to 1 2 3, or let's add only 5 in here. D equal to tf dot diagonal. Okay, there is no function like diagonal, so we have to use linalg dot diag. Okay, so all of these functions are in linalg except this tensor dot. Let's pass the A and print the D. Okay, diagonal must be at least one dimensional receive shape. Okay, we have to add a array in here. So let's pass the list. You can see we got 1 0 0 0 2 0 and 0 0 3. Now you can see it create the diagonal. If I change the value like this, you can see 1 2 3 4. If I add another value like 7, you can see we got 1 2 3 4 7. Let's try again 5. You can see we got 1 2 3 4 7 and 5. So all other elements are 0. That's how diagonal work. Let's create a 2-dimensional array. 1 2 3, and in here 3 2 1. You can see it create a 2-dimensional array 1 2 3 and 3 2 1. So that's how diagonal work. You got the point. Now let's move on. Okay, the fourth function is trace. Now what is trace? Returns the sum of the diagonal elements. Okay, this is the simple way. This is the simple function. This only returns the sum of the diagonal element. In here we have to pass x, only one parameter. So this is our diagonal D. Let's create a trace function. trc equal to tf dot trace, and in here simply we are gonna we have to use tf dot linang dot trace. and pass the D, which is this diagonal. Okay, so let's add for now 1 2 3 only, so you can understand better, or else all of the stuff are gonna mess. Okay, so 1 2 3. Okay, so the sum of 1 2 3 is 6. So let's try to print the TRC again. Okay, I add another symbol in here. Okay, let's try. You can see you got 6 6. Now why 6 6? Because I made a mistake in here. Okay, I didn't run this program. Okay, now let's run again. You can see we got 6, only 6. Now you are thinking this is the sum function. No, this is only sum of the diagonal function. You can see this is the diagonal, all other elements are 0. When I print the D, you can see we got like this 1 2 3, all other elements are 0. This ain't create a sum, this create only diagonal elements sum. Okay, now you got the point. Let's move on. Okay, the fifth function is transpose, switch rows and columns. Okay, X is the main parameter. Let's pass the X. Let's say equal to np dot random dot randit, and let's pass the 3 3 3. Okay, and let's pass the lower value equal to 0, upper value equal to, let's say, 10. Okay, and let's first print the A, so you can see what is A. Okay, now let's create a transport function, and for T equal to tf dot, I think, linalg dot trans. Okay, there's no transpose function, so we are gonna use tf dot trans. Okay, transpose is here. So in here you don't have to use linalg again, so you can use directly transpose in here. Okay, let's pass the A and let's print the T. Okay, so the first, let's print the A like this, so you can see what is A and what is T. Okay, and in here I'm gonna print the T transpose. Okay, this is our, oops, I had N in here. Okay, this is our A and this is our transpose. So you can see this is our A, 8 6 3 5 4 5 4 5 3, and this is our transpose, switch column and rows. Okay, so in here you can see the first line is 8 6 3, but in here 8 is here, 6 is here, and 3 is here. Switch rows and column. Okay, so now you can see 5 4 is here, but in here 5 4 5. Okay, again last one 4 5 3, and you can see the 4 5 and 3 is here, and so on. So 7 5 7 7 5 7, and so on. So that's what transpose function do. Now let's move on to I function. Now you know I function if you know numpy. Create an identity matrix with the given shape of data type, and transpose is the numpy function 2. So let's use I for now, which takes numbers of rows as the parameter, and it creates the identity matrix with the given shape and the data type. Let's try. Let's say AR equal to tf dot I. Let's pass the 3 by 3 matrix, and let's say data type equal to tf dot integer 16 is good for now. Let's simply print the AR. Oops, we got an error. Number of rows and number of column must be positive integer value. let's add only 3 for now. You can see it create the diagonal 1 1 1. It creates the array like this. All of the diagonal elements are 1. Let's create 5 lists. You can see all of these diagonal element is 1. So that's what I function do. Let's try to create a multi-dimensional array. I don't know it's working or not. Let's try. Okay, number of rows and number of columns must be positive integer value. So what is the error in here? Let's remove this. Okay, the same error. So we can't use this shape in here. Let's try this. Okay, the same error. Okay, we have to add only a number in here like 10, so it is gonna work. Okay, you can see it create the 10 list with 10 elements. Okay, so that's how you can create the diagonal matrix using I function. This is the same as the numpy I. Okay, so the next one is matmul. Return the product of two input matrix. Now you can see in here we have to pass A and B, but the parameter in here you can see transpose A, transpose B, add joint B, A is pair, B is pair. You can do this too, but I'm gonna only show you A and B. Let's try. A equal to 1 2 3 and B equal to 4 5 6. And let's try matmul. Am equal to tf dot matmul, and let's pass A and B. Let's simply print the M. Okay, we got the error. Integer in 0 is not a matrix, instead it has shape 3. Okay, we have to pass the matrix. I fucking forgot this. Okay, let's create the matrix in here. np.random.randint, and let's pass the lower value 0, higher value 10, and matrix is 3 by 3. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, paste this in here, run this code. You can see we got M equal to like this, but let's print the A and B so you can understand what this function do. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the name before the elements or values. You can see this is the A, this is the B, and this is the M. The matmul function return the product of two input matrix. So you can see the first value is 9 and 9. Matmul performs traditional matrix multiplication, that is, it multiplication rows of the first tensor by column of the second tensor and returns the matrix containing the sum. The following code shows are the best use. So you can see it multiplies rows of the first tensor by column of the second tensor and return a matrix containing of this sum. Let's create A equal to a simple list so you can understand what this function do. And in here we have to use tf.linalg. So this is the real way to do it. linalg.matmul. Now you can see I create a constant A equal to constant and pass the 3 list 1 2 3 4 5 6 4 5 6 and B equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 4 5 6. Now let's print the M again. You can see we got 21 27 33 48 63 78 and 48 63 78. Okay, I think you got the point. It returns the multiply rows of the first tensor by column of the second tensor and returns a matrix of containing the sum. Now let's talk about the next function, norm. Return the norm of the given axis of the input tensor with the specified order. So the main parameters are tensor. Let's create a tensor A equal to tf.constant, and and let's pass the constant is 1, 2 and 3. Let's try norm function n equal to tf dot norm. Let's pass the a, let's print the n. Okay, we got error, we got axis error. Let's try this. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. You can see we got 3.7416574. Now if you wanna learn norm about in more details, so you can check out norm in Google. In mathematics, a norm is a function from vector space over the real or complex number to the non-negation a real number that stratifies certain properties pertaining to scalability and additivity and takes the value of 0 is if only the input vector is 0. Okay, so let's move on. It returns only norm value. Okay, so the last one is matrix solve. Return the tensor x such as that ax equal to b, where a is matrix and b is the vector. Let's try this. A equal to matrix np dot random dot rand it, and let's say lower value is 0, upper value is 5 and the highest value is like this, matrix 3 by 3. You can say 2 by 2 is okay for now. Let's say b equal to 10. You can see the equation x equal to b, so it returns the tensor x. Okay, a is matrix and b is the vector. Let's try m equal to tf dot matrix sol matrix. This not trace matrix. Okay, there is no function like matrix solve. We are gonna use lineal dot matrix solve. Okay, there is no function too, so there is a function tf dot lineal dot solve. You can see this is the matrix solve function, but name is changed into solve. Okay, let's pass the a and b. Let's print the m, so you can see what is this. Okay, we got error, we got CPU error. We have to pass 0 dot 5 dot. Okay, 2 dot 2 dot and 10.0. Let's change the value into float a and float b. Okay, only size -1 array can be converted to Python scalar. Okay, we have to use the constant a equal to tf dot constant. Let's try this. Tf dot constant. Let's pass the 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. Okay, b equal to 10, m equal to matrix solve tf dot lineal dot solve. Let's pass a and b, and I forgot to print the m. This is loading. Okay, whenever I run this program, you can see I got an error like this. The kernel appears to have died. It will restart automatically. So it killed all of my process. I don't know why is this happening. I think lineal.solve is too much. Take higher process to solve this program. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip this function for now. Let's try a last time. You can see I got an error in here again. So let's skip this function for now. So I'm gonna comment it out, skip it for now. Okay, so the kernel is restarting, so I have to go in here again and run this line again, so I can use tf. Okay, so that's how you can use all of this function except this one. Okay, so again I'm gonna remind you again, tensor dot is written the sum of the products, cross is written the element wise cross product, diag is written is diagonal, trace is written diagonal matrix. Okay, and transpose switch rows into column, i's create the diagonal matrix, and matmul return of the product of the two input matrix, norm, return norm, and we are gonna skip this function for now. Okay, so let's see in next one, QR. Okay, QR. So it takes one parameter input and returns the eigenvector and the eigenvalue of the given matrix of matrix. Okay, and let's use this function. Let's say equal to tf dot constant. Let's add 1 2 3 all of the dot value. Okay, and qr equal to, sorry, not 1r, qr. Let's say q equal to a dot, sorry, not tf dot qr. Okay, there is no function tf dot qr. Let's try linelg dot qr. Okay, there is a function linelg dot qr. Let's pass the a, let's print the q. Okay, there is an error. Again, this kernel appears to have died. It will restart automatically. Again, this error. So let's skip this function 2 because we are not gonna use now. Let's use svd. Now svd take one parameter, factors the matrix into a unitary matrix, a diagonal matrix, and the conjugate transpose of the unitary matrix. So, okay, now you got the point what svd do. Factors the matrix into a unitary matrix, a diagonal matrix, and the conjugate transpose of the unitary matrix. Okay, let's try. Let's try is equal to tf dot svt. Okay, there is no function svd. Let's use linelg and dot svd. Let's pass the a and try to print the s. I don't think it is gonna running because you can see I got hold in here. So again I'm gonna get a error. Okay, this is the different error. Okay, let's add a 1 dot, 2 dot, and 3 dot. Okay, now I think I'm gonna get an error. You can see kernel appears to have to die. It will restart automatically. So I think we are gonna use this function later. Okay, so the last function is EIN sum. Execute a custom mathematical operation. Okay, in here you can see, let's try EIN do is, you can see m1 equal to 1 2 3 4 and m2 equal to 5 6 7 8. So EIN sum do is I into j, j into I. Okay, and the pass is m1. So the answer is 1 3 2 4. Okay, so first list first element and second list first element, first list second element, and second list second element. Okay, ij into ji. So this is the parameter and this is the parameter, and in here you can see again ij and jk equal to ik. So I and k. Okay, I got the point. 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4. Now you got the point how it works, you can see, and this is the parameter. Okay, in the next video we are gonna complete all of the skipped function, and then we are gonna focus on the main topic, putting theory into practice. We are gonna use this simple mathematical operation, and then finally we are gonna enter in chapter 4, executing graphs in session. This is the very fucking important chapter. If you don't wanna miss this, like on this video, share this video to other programmers, subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit on the bell icon so you can never miss my latest video. Okay, so let's remind what have we done. In part 1 we complete chapter 1 and chapter 2, getting your feet wet. we complete our chapter 3, creating tensor and operations. Now what we want to do, we want to complete chapter 4 and then we are gonna enter in part 2, implementation of machine learning. And in this part, this is the very important part, because in this part if you missed only 1 second, you missed whole machine learning stuff. Okay, so this is the very important part, because in here you can see analyzing data with statistical regression. This is the very important thing. So common linear regression link video is in the description, check out, because if you wanna learn common linear regression, or you can say simple linear regression, so the link is in the description. Okay, and then introducing the neural network and deep learning. This is the very important, and classify image with convolution and neural network. This is the very important part 2. So if you don't wanna miss this, like this video, share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in the next video we are gonna complete chapter 4 and chapter 5. Okay, thank you for watching this video. See you guys.